Welcome to ZeroPage Homebrew, your best source for the newest Atari games, and we have a very special show for you today because we have Eduardo Mello from Opcode Games waiting in the wings, and we're going to talk to him all about his brand new Atari 7800 releases.
Party time for kittens. Cats.
Yes,
Cats.
you can do that.
Cats.
There you go.
Calm the cats
Calm
while
the cats
you continue
down.
to talk.
And
Yes.
we will have to give cats treats if they act up, because we can't really do cat games while we're doing interviews.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to be unboxing and playing 4 brand new games from Opcode Games: Keystone, Koppers, Cresta, Popeye, and UniWarS, or UniWarS as an alternative. So let's switch over to the cats on the ground there. But before we get to Eduardo, I want to thank the Twitch subscribers who help support the show. ABD Official Islander for Atari 974, Atari Age, Bachman 50BR, Poka, Bruno Stack, Captain Class, Chelston Mal, Cheesy with Chilla, Saarna Rebo, DNO, Dan, VC Dave, M. Drexel, Dr. Mook, Eric Car, Gamma Dev, Great Defender Hammers, Dev, Araldo Aju, Johnny WC, Kabuta, Coda, Carl G. Carrick, Queltfer, Land Express, Mandy CPT, Mark Yanez, Mark Zilla, Metal, Atari, McMuse, Mike Solomon, Calmus Hand, MK Smith, Mr. Zarnabu, Mr. Fix, Nathan Strum, Nostalgic, Oleana Games, Quahog, Arantrids, Raymond C, Rendered Ghost, Repentless, VD, Revan, Tulip, Codopin, Spinny Beast, Spinley, S. Ramirez, Super Loop, The D-Train, Tiki Dan, K, T-Fos, Trekkum, D-Tweenie, Vexor X, Vitoko, VVG Double Down, X-Ken X, and Z-Key-Fur. Thank you so much for supporting the show.
Good job.
And watching the show. Is that fast?
Yeah, you got through that really well that time.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared to talk and interview today. You can tell. There's going to be news after the interview. Quite exciting news. Don't give that away.
Yeah.
But
So hold on to the end.
yeah, hold on to the end.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff. Coming up on the show, of course, today we have the interview with Eduardo Mello. What?
Oh,
What?
you can just flip over because
Yes.
the cats have now
Cats are
left the
gone.
screen. They're fighting off screen
Of
now.
course.
Yeah.
On Friday's show, we have the exclusive world premiere of Bell of the Dragon. On the 16th of September, we have an exclusive final version of Wings of Death for the Jaguar, plus a video interview with Carl Forhan from Songbird. And then right after that, we have Atari Age Day 1 and 2 with all the new store entries for Atari Age.
Excellent.
And then on the 27th, it has been revealed, we'll talk about that in a bit, we have the exclusive world premiere of Carlos Centeno's new game, Dino Eggs, for the 2600 from the Apple II, and a special guest of the original developer of Dino Eggs
Wow.
from the 1980s,
Wow.
David H. Schroeder.
Nice.
And then on the 30th, we have the exclusive world premiere of Cosmic Hero 2 for the Atari 8-bit.
Nice.
Then, of course, we're broadcasting live from PRGE 2025 for 4 days. And just before that, we have a spotlight on distributor of Atari Age stuff, Albert Yaruso. Have to nail down a date for that. But, of course, today we have another special guest. Please welcome to the show a very special guest who has been tirelessly distributing games for the ColecoVision community for over 20 years through Opcode Games, and now has taken on the task of a distributor for some incredible Atari 7800 and 2600 games. Please welcome to ZeroPage Homebrew a friend of the show, Eduardo Mello. Welcome, Eduardo.
Hi, hello. Great to be here.
Thank
for
you
having me.
thank you so much for coming on. Finally, we're able to talk to you on the show. I've been waiting to do this for a long time. You've been around the community for, like I said, over 20 years.
That's true, yes.
Yeah, so you're a stalwart of the community. And a new entry into distributing 7,800 and soon 2,600 games. But we'll get to that. That's very, very exciting. So, it looks like your earliest post on Atari Age was on April 24th, 2002. And you said, "Hi everybody, I'm working on a new game for ColecoVision. To be honest, it isn't exactly a new game. I'm doing a conversion of the arcade game Space Invaders. A demo is already available on my webpage, and it's a GeoCities webpage.
Nice.
Remember GeoCities,
Yeah.
everyone? Yes, yes. And you say, I hope you and classic video game fans enjoy it. So you've been not only distributing, but making games since at least 2002 for the ColecoVision community. And your opcodegames.com domain was registered on February 6, 2003. So, can you talk a little bit about the history of Opcode and what Opcode Games does for the people out there who maybe didn't follow your ColecoVision stuff and are just becoming aware because you're now putting out 7,800 games?
Oh my God, that's a hard question. Let's see, where should I begin?
Yeah, a condensed version, right?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I mean, I was, that was a dream that something that I really want to do. I don't know, since I was a teenager or something, back in the 80s. But then I got college. I did some experimentation before that, I guess, but I got really serious about the thing while I was in college, because the truth is I was not a particularly good student. I don't think I fit well in college or something like that. So doing video games are kind of way that I found to kind of escape that the pressure.
Yeah.
So around mid 90s, that's when I actually, had the idea to actually start developing. I don't know if I ever said that before, but the truth is my original plan was to make games for the Atari 2600.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, and around that time, I got access to the internet in college, and then eventually I got a documentation for the Atari 2600 hardware, and when I saw the hardware, I was, oh my God, no. Okay, forget about that.
Yeah, it's a different beast.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
very interesting console. It's unlike all the other ones. Yeah.
I really admire people that can actually program for that machine. But anyways, so I really want to do something for consoles, and the truth is, during the 80s, I was very into a computer called the Misc, which was very popular
Right.
in Japan, or in Brazil, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm from Brazil. And it shared a lot of the same hardware with the ColecoVision. And I knew the ColecoVision from back in the day because I had a friend that had one. I played it a lot. So my second choice was, okay, maybe I should do for the ColecoVision because I'm very familiar with the hardware. And that's what
Right.
I did. So I started late 90s or something. And, as you're reading, the first game actually was completed around 2002.
Right.
And perhaps the other thing that I did with that first game that was a little different was, back at that time, I think most homebrews publishing or making games for Atari era, consoles, it was very homebrew, in the sense that they're basically recycling cartridges,
Right.
labels, or like just laser printed or something, and
Very
no
early
boxes.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very early days. And my goal was always to kind of, it had nothing to do with being commercial. It was just my dream. The thing that I want to do was to offer the full experience of, you getting a proper box, and open the box and getting the game out and stuff like that, reading the manual, because those are things that I love it as a kid, playing those machines. I love it, the whole experience, to get in the box, opening and first reading the manual and learning about the game, things like that. Yeah. So, that's what I decided to do. I mean, I got, for Space Invaders, I got everything offset printed. So proper, professional printing.
Nice.
I was lucky at the time that I got in touch with a good graphic designer here in the U.S. So he did all the packaging stuff, but the other thing was the cartridge. I believe for the first, I don't know, 50 copies or something, I just recycled cartridges. But then I decided I don't want to do this anymore because I hate just destroying,
So what's
those old cartridges.
what's the ColecoVision equivalent of people destroying Pac-Mans and Combat for the 2600?
I guess Donkey Kong, right, or something.
Right, the pack-in game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was very common. But anyways, I mean, I hate doing that, so I said no.
Yeah.
I want to have my own cartridge, and that's what I did. I mean, I got a plastic injection tooling made in Brazil for cartridge.
Wow.
And after that, Space Invaders start shipping with brand new cartridges.
Yeah.
And that's how we started. Now, about the name, I mean, originally the name was not, Opcode. It was actually going to be Coin-Op Software.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
when I went to register the domain, Coin-Op was taken.
Oh, okay.
That's when became Opcode.
Right. Yeah, that does happen. Changes the course of history. It's like, nope, that's not available. Nope. Okay. We'll go with my second choice.
Yes.
And your early programming, was it mostly titles from scratch, or did you do a bunch of MSX conversions as well?
No, no. My goal was, it was always a huge fan of our, classic arcade games. It's kind of probably the classic arcades were games that had the most influence on me,
Right.
growing up. So I was always in love with, all the arcade games. So that was always the goal. So I remember while I started doing actually before I started doing Space Invaders, when I had to decide what to do first. I set this goal to do, I want to do Space Invaders, I want to do Pac-Man, and I want to do Donkey Kong, because I think those three are probably the most important arcades from the time.
Right.
And where to start? I thought, I should start maybe with Space Invaders, because probably it's the easiest game to make.
Right.
And I was wrong, of course.
Yeah, you don't know what you get into until you start going. Yeah, you think Space Invaders just one-dimensional movement and things just in a constant pattern, no real AI. It seems like a very straightforward game to make, but there's a lot of things going on the screen. A lot of bullets, a lot of enemies.
Yeah, I mean, the way the ColecoVision is a machine that's based on tiles and sprites.
Okay.
So any arcade hardware that's based on tiles and sprites is more or less, easy to port, because, the architecture.
Yeah.
Space Invaders not that. It's not like that. It's a linear frame buffer, no sprites. So it's probably, I would say, from my knowledge, probably much easier to do, I don't know, for the Atari 8-bit, for example, than for the ColecoVision. But anyways, that's what I did first.
Yeah, and it's hard on the 2600 as well, because you only have two sprites equivalent, and there's little tricks to multiply. But each platform has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Quirks.
So its own quirks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So through the years, you have released, how many do you estimate physical cartridges for Intellivision and ColecoVision through Opcode Games?
Oh my God, I don't know. Through Opcode Games, probably not that many, a few dozen maybe, but I did a lot of, for hire work for other publishers.
Okay.
During some time. I mean, we need to, keep in mind here that until recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was doing this mostly as a hobby thing,
Okay.
So depending on my mood, like sometimes I was not in the mood of, actually releasing cartridges myself or making cards of, okay, it's just, give this game to someone else to distribute.
Yeah. It's a
But
lot of
yeah,
work. A lot of work to
it is. Yeah, it is a lot
produce
of
the
hard
games,
work.
put all the pieces together, and we'll definitely get to that and how you manage to do all this stuff, because becoming a publisher and a distributor is quite a lot of work. So you're not only a distributor for ColecoVision and television and now Atari games, you're also a programmer. So can you tell a bit about your programming background and what computers and consoles you grew up with?
Yeah, so I started with the Atari 2600. I was in Brazil. We in Brazil we got officially console games in 1983. We got
Yeah.
three. We got Atari, then Television, Odyssey 2 at the same year. It was very, I guess you would find that very
80,
weird, but that's
83, you say? What happened in North
83.
America in 83?
Exactly.
A big crash. Now, where did they
Exactly.
ship all those games? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but we didn't have the crash in Brazil.
No, continued
But
on.
the other
Huge.
Yeah.
yeah. But on the other hand, the problem was in Brazil, we're depending on games made in the US, of course. I mean, we're not making games in Brazil, so we're not just selling there. And what happened was, if you're a kid that got your Atari in 1983, probably by 1985 or something like that, you went through the whole library and it's like, what's next? So
Yeah.
so that's what happened. And then like most places at that point in time in Brazil, like we had this thing going that we thought, oh, okay, so home computers is going to be the next big thing. So everybody's moving, if you're middle class, probably moving to looking for a home computer. And that's when I got the MSX in Brazil, which is, it's not a brand, it's a standard that was created in Japan, right? So there are a lot of companies could actually make machines that were compatible, right, between them. And in Brazil, it was particularly popular machine. So I got one, and that's how I really got into computers. But I was already kind of, learning things before that. And I remember that actually the first computer that actually I want to have was an Atari 800,
Nice.
but it was near impossible to get one in Brazil. So I went to with the MSX. So
Right.
I stayed with the MSX until late 80s or something. Then I went to college, and now my background is in terms of game development. I did some stuff for the MSX, but nothing particularly impressive or anything. For one reason, again, I was always into arcade games, and my goal was I want to make arcade ports. I don't know, for some reason that was always the goal. The problem was in the 80s, you have a home computer and you want to make, let's say, a arcade port of whatever, Pac-Man, whatever. So you have to go to the arcade, play the game,
Right.
watch the game, whatever, take notes, get back home, and try to recreate that. And I was never happy. I tried that. With a few different games, and I was never happy because I knew that this is not, it's not the same thing. It's no. So I gave up on that until college, because around mid-90s we got the first arcade emulator for PCs.
Right. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, now I can do what I want, because now I can have the arcade home.
Yeah.
And better than that, I can check the code, the original code.
Right. Yeah.
You need to think about, for example, Pac-Man, okay? It looks like a very simple game, right? It's just the yellow thing, and you eating dots, and you have four ghost monsters, whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like very simple, but actually it's not, because the AI behind the ghosts is quite something. Not particularly because it's advanced, but because there are many details and the way they behave, and they are all different.
Yeah.
So I suppose you can watch as much as you want that game playing. I don't think you're gonna get every single detail right.
No,
So
unless you
unless you
analyze the code. Yeah.
Exactly. Unless you analyze the code, you don't know. So that's what I did.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. And being able to analyze the arcade code, depending on what chipset they're using, and being able to decipher it. So you probably looked and learned a bunch of the different chipsets for each of the arcade systems, and
Oh yes.
taught you a lot about programming, probably, just by analyzing
Yeah.
it. And,
I mean, I never had for ColecoVision. They use assembly language. It's a Z80 CPU.
yeah.
I never learned that in college. This was something that I learned by myself, right? So
Yeah.
I started back in my sex days and went from there. But the nice thing was when I got into the ColecoVision, because I was very familiar with the MSX, it was simple. Once I had access to the arcade codes and see how things worked, putting that into the ColecoVision was fairly straightforward.
So let's unbox the first game, and then we're going to pop it in and get Tanya playing it.
Excellent.
So thank you for sending these games over for us to check out while we talk with you. Very, very excited to take a look at these. I have not opened them. They're still all sealed. So very, very exciting. So we have Moon Cresta. We have Popeye. We have UniWarS. And we have a Keystone Koppers. And we might have all the developers in the chat right now, which is really great.
Yay!
So we're going to start with Popeye, because I know Darryl is in the chat. I see him
Darryl.
right there,
Yeah.
saying good morning to
Muddy
Funster.
Funster,
Hello,
yeah.
Muddy. So let me unbox this.
Can I take the plastic off?
Yes, you can take the plastic off. Let me switch over to the webcam. Let's see. And it's the unboxing camera.
Very satisfying. Can I put this in the box
Yep.
over there? Okay, thank you.
So we have Popeye right here, and I'm going to ask you a question while we open it and unbox it. So Opcode game boxes are extremely high quality, with really thick cardboard, gatefold style,
I love
and a
it.
magnetic latch. So can you talk a little bit about these Opcode boxes, when they started, and how you can offer these games in box for the equivalent price of other distributors, yet they seem to be like 10 times the quality of other people's?
Yeah. Okay. So actually when I started Opcode, I was saying that I started printing offset printed boxes, and those boxes just kind of regular cardboard boxes that you see most of publishers using today, or even back in the day. So in 2016, I believe, that's when I met my wife, Grazi, and she was also very into video games. And that's the point in time where we kind of discussed the idea and said, oh, you know what, let's take Opcode a little more seriously and invest a little more in whatever we're doing. So we did some research and looking for different options for boxes, and then we found those. Now the reason why we have those boxes, because $60+ is not exactly cheap for a game. So we believe that that's premium price. And I mean, there is the fact that there's always small runs and it's more expensive. You cannot compare to a company making, hundreds of thousands of or million copies of a game. But, anyways, it's still premium price. And in our view, if you're asking a premium price, you should offer, premium qualities. That's always the goal.
I love the green cart.
Yeah, spinach colored, right?
Spinach color cart. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So did you pick that color or did Darryl pick that color?
Yes, we did, yeah.
Nice.
We have a... Yeah, I guess we can talk more about cartridges later, but
Yeah, we have some more questions about
we
cartridges.
have a supplier, and we offer options in terms of colors, and we decide to go with some. Actually, and so people know, only the first 200 copies are going to be this green.
Oh.
Clear green cartridge. After that, it's going to be regular black. Okay.
Oh, so get in while you can.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was that was not originally part of the plan. We never discussed that with anyone. I mean, with the buyers or anything. But because we had delays, delivering the games, we decided to let's try to offer something extra to make up for the delay, and then that's when came the idea. Okay, so for those people who ordered like back last year, let's offer a special cartridge or something.
Right. And Vitoko says hologram on top of the box. Yes, there's an opcode hologram. These are super premium. And this is actually number one of the 7800 games. I just randomly picked out which one to play first, but PC 8001. So I picked the right one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I'll do them in
I'm
order.
going to confess one thing. I'm a sucker for the old Atari design team. I think they're just the best of the best at that point in time for, I don't know, probably anything.
Yeah.
If there was one thing that Atari always did right, I mean, Atari Warner,
Right.
was, the packaging and stuff was just amazing. So, they usually had the holographic sticker with their, silver games, and that's where the idea came from.
Yeah, the boxes are absolutely stunning. And I mean, I have some of your ColecoVision boxes, and I was blown away then. So I'm really happy that you continued on with using the same boxes going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who has received one of your games from Opcode knows how good these boxes are. They are solid, because over the years, you have all these old Intellivision and 2600 boxes from, the 80s and early 90s, and they're just crushed and just completely destroyed.
Yes.
And especially from opening them up and closing them, the box tops, it's a really smart move to have the gatefold style, like in Intellivision games. I always liked the Intellivision gatefold, and early Atari 2600 gatefolds as well.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's much easier to take the cartridge out and stuff like that.
Yeah. So let's talk timeline with these 7800 releases. So the games we have today were once published under Atari Age, as a lot of people know, as everyone knows that's watching, until they were removed from the store. So can you talk about the time between when they were removed from the Atari Age store and when you announced they were going to be under the Opcode banner? And did you approach the developers, or did they approach you?
Yeah, that's a funny story, because actually, maybe some people may think that we actually approached developers because of the games that were removed. But actually, what happened was, it was all just good timing, I guess. Around the same time, or a little before that, we decided to try to get some official license for arcade games, and we got a couple licenses.
Oh, nice.
From a company called City Connection, which owns the license for Jaleco.
Oh, okay. Lots of games under that.
So we got a couple licenses from them, and then the plan was okay, to justify the, the costs involved in getting the license, maybe we should approach other developers and try to release those games in as many platforms as possible for the license we have, because that was part of the license.
So,
So
for City Connection, is this Splendid Nuts 2600 City Connection? Because I know he's working on a game. I think it's City Connection, or is it for the ColecoVision?
No. City Connection is a Japanese company now. That they bought the remainings of Jaleco, which was an arcade maker and also console publisher in Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got up, license for a couple arcade games, and then we started approaching developers, and we approached people for the Intellivision, and then started approaching people for the Atari. And that was around the time that, Atari Age removed these games from the store. So when you start talking to those people, and Darryl, for example, was one of them, came up the subject of how about those games you had for Atari Age, and that's how the idea came to it's where we start from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so let's see. Can you tell us about any changes that might have been made to the binaries, the manuals, the packaging artwork when you release these titles through Opcode Games? And did any of the developers take the opportunity to do any bug fixes in their games?
Yeah, I mean, Darryl probably could give you a better answer in terms of all the things that he changed for Popeye, because I believe it was quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yes, we had some bug fixes and stuff like that. For example, Keystone Koppers, actually, we found a bug now just a couple months ago.
Wow.
Small bug, but anyways, yeah, we fixed that. So now regarding how the packaging is different, well, we didn't use, of course, Atari Age stuff. The manual is totally new. Boxes are also new.
Right.
But one thing that we did for those release, and for a couple reasons, was we went with existing artwork. That's the truth.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason for that was because they're all re-released, and because it was our first time actually publishing for the Atari 7800. So we're not sure yet at that point, if this thing is going to work or not. So,
Right.
you have to be a little, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that, so far it has been really great. I mean, better than expected, actually.
Yeah, huge response from everything I've seen from like social media and Atari Age forums. Like everybody's really happy that these games are available again. Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
we had hiccups. We had a couple of delays with the start shipping the cards, and now we're having some delays because we're not getting enough cartridges fast enough.
Right.
But the thing is, we have a Atari 2600 game coming, Backline
Yes.
Panic,
Yes.
and for that one we commissioned
Thomas
a totally
Jensch.
new artwork. Yeah,
Okay.
and we have a great artist that he worked with us. Pixel, his code name is Pixel Leaker. He's a professional in the video game field. He was an artist for Capcom, things like that.
Oh,
So
wow. Nice.
yeah, he's great, and he did the artwork for Backline Panic, and that's something now we hope to do more as we move forward now.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the second game now. Let's see what the second game is. Let's see, where's the numbers? There we go. It is Moon Cresta, PC 8002. So you're done with Popeye.
Yes.
Fun?
Yeah.
Of course.
So much fun.
That in the pile. If you want to
Thank
start
you. Yeah.
opening that.
Pulling off the plastic.
So you have 3 different developers in your first set of four games.
That's right. Yes.
And you said they all came to you independently, or
Yeah, I don't remember the details anymore. I think
yeah, it was a couple of years ago.
I tried
right?
to approach Bob to do, the arcade ports that I mentioned with the license, but he
Right.
was busy with something else. But anyways, we started conversation from there. Then Darryl, and I think after those 2, we approached Lewis for Koppers.
So here we have Moon Cresta. Of course, gorgeous box once again.
Oh, yeah.
And what color do we have in this? It is
Ooh, it's like a blue
purple
indigo. I like
Oh,
it.
gorgeous. Let's show the back of the box here. And I love
nice.
the screenshots, of course, from the game, because these games are obviously gorgeous games. So look at that. Great.
Look at that.
Great color. And it looks like it's doing a pretty good job of representing the color through the broadcast. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Moon Cresta. And of course, a lot of Bob's games are now available to publish because they don't have a home. So you have many, many games ahead of you.
Warning. The treat ball is...
No
Yeah,
treat
maybe
ball yet.
Maybe some, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that, we have been negotiating with Bob, some of the games, but he's also working for Atari now, and I guess
Of course.
he's doing some I think that happened with Pac-Man, right? Where he got a deal with Atari, which is I think is great because Atari got secured the license, proper license for the game.
Which is pretty amazing, actually. They got that license to release Pac-Man.
Yeah. Amazingly, not that they got the license because they're Atari, but
Right.
to justify, I have no idea how much a Pac-Man license would cost, but to justify that, with a niche market like the Atari,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a good.
that's
I
that's
guess
what
that's a good sign.
that's what I meant. Is like, wow, they are confident enough that they
Yes.
will sell enough of the games to justify whatever license, because Pac-Man's a huge license. They are
Yeah.
still putting out Pac-Man games and putting compilations on this system and that system. So it's really a great indication, actually, if anything, that
yes.
there's a big appetite for these games on these old systems. Like, this is not a reissuing on a modern console. This is for their 7800 plus. So
No question about that. No question. Yeah, and it's funny because we are also publishing games now for Atari, and of course you have Atari, which is much bigger than us. But
Yeah.
it's an interesting case where actually, we are it's beneficial for us, to have
Of
Atari
course.
actually.
Yeah, to have the 7800 plus and 2600 plus.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
the more people that have the install base of these consoles in their homes, it just is beneficial to absolutely everyone, especially distributors like yourself.
Oh yes, no question,
and
no question.
Atari Age and Audacity and Champ Games. So it's a really wonderful time, and it's great that they've done that, because they seem to be selling really well and just continuously putting out more and more reissues and homebrew versions of games.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Absolutely.
So how was the transition between sourcing and producing hardware for ColecoVision and Intellivision carts and Atari 7800 carts? Because it's a different case. You have to do maybe different injection molding or sourcing cartridge cases, different boards. Obviously the boxes, that probably wasn't as big of a deal because you already had a source for those. They're the same boxes.
Exactly. So packaging of yes, as you said, packaging was fairly easy. But then you have cartridges now. I have been using my own cartridge for a long time now, more than 20 years. And actually, we did an upgrade for those cards like some 2 years ago or something, where actually I sold my old tooling, and I got a new one made, which is much higher quality now. But the thing is, when you have that kind of control, I must say that it's a little. Sometimes it's a little upsetting to have to go to other sources where you don't have as much control. Not necessarily because those sources are not good, but because it makes me a little nervous about the whole thing.
Right. The timing,
not
the possible delays, possible requirements like, oh, I need 1,000. It's like, well,
all
there are
sort of things. I mean, someone could die, or someone could say, you know what, I forget, I am out of here. Don't want to do this anymore. And what's gonna happen now? So,
and obviously it's easier to hand it off to somebody who already does it. It's like, oh, just make me 500, and that seemingly would be easy, right?
Yeah, and of course the other thing is, a lot of people, they do this as a hobby, and we totally understand. I would say probably most of the people involved today.
Oh yeah.
They do as a side thing or a hobby, or and we are now doing this full time. So I have to. In one hand, I need to understand that sometimes things are slow because again, someone is doing the best they can.
Yeah.
But the other hand, we have a lot of pressure, buyers complaining about where's my game and things like that. So that's because of that, because the sales have been so good for the Atari, in general, we decide to actually do plans for having our own cartridge. Hopefully, maybe even later this year.
Yeah, because you recently posted in the Atari Age forums and other places about your new 7800 and I'm guessing also 2600 compatible cartridge shell for injection molding.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we have we have for the ColecoVision, as I said, for a while, right? This is our own cartridge. Not only the shell, but also the PCB is our own, technology, whatever you want to call that. It has many advantages. I think the quality is superb, and we can produce, how many cards we want anytime. And the card itself, it's the PCBs are we can, for example, buy blank PCBs, fully assemble, and then we can put whatever game you want in those PCBs. Nice. Instead of, for example, having to manually solder stuff with you, which I personally, I don't like that because
time consuming.
It could potentially create problems. For all those reasons, and again, because the response has been so great, we decide to make the investment, and we actually pay to have design for a new cartridge made, both the shell and also PCBs or PCB.
Oh, nice. PCBs as well. Yeah. That's excellent.
Yes.
And your PCB, will it support like maybe 99% of the games that you plan on producing, or are you looking forward to at like more advanced 7800 and 2600 games? Because I know there's a lot of different types of boards out there that you need to produce to make different games.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, because for the ColecoVision, I'm doing all the games, so I can't just come and say, what, I'm gonna do whatever PCB fits my craziest dreams, right, and go with that. So we, for example, for our ColecoVision PCB, we can do like save stuff inside the cartridge, things like that.
Oh, right.
But for Atari, we need some to coordinate with the the developers to see exactly what they want to do, because I could come up with some crazy stuff, but no, they're gonna say, oh, I don't want to use that. I don't have the tools or whatever.
Yeah.
I totally understand. So initially the plan is to have a simpler PCB for games that don't have bank switching or something.
Right.
And then we're also designing a more complex one with bank switching, extra RAM, and an extra sound chip, which is
Right.
for the sound chip. Yeah, it has to be Pokey initially, because that's what developers are using.
Yes.
But I hope to create something better, and
Yeah.
I hope that I can get some developers actually to use that.
Yeah,
But
and
I have
we'll get to that question. I think I know what you're talking about, and I've got a question about that later. So I think we will. Let's see. Oh no! Before we move on to the next game, so can you talk a little bit about the Opcode Games website and your e-commerce upgrade that's coming to the site? Because currently, it's a very strange site. You can't get to the games directly from the homepage. You have to kind of know how to get there through a different link that isn't posted there.
Yeah, so we have been promising a website for I don't know, since last year or something.
Yeah.
What happened is we tried several times to get someone to actually work on the website for us, and we couldn't find anyone for different reasons. Okay.
Yeah.
But probably the main one is cost.
Right.
So Grazi, my wife, she started working on the website. The problem is she also have to answer emails every day. She's doing all the graphic designer for everything we do. She's helping me with shipping. So we have her plate quite full.
Right.
And
Website is
totally
last.
Agree with you, and I understand that it's a little disappointing that we still don't have that website working at this time.
Yeah.
But again, our goal now is to have something working by the end of this year. We are very close now, really.
Oh, good. Good.
At least the e-commerce part, because that's probably the main thing. Sure. I mean, a lot of people, they complain like, oh, I have no idea what I ordered. I don't remember anymore. I don't have how to check that. It's not easy. You need to contact us.
I've seen those comments. Yeah. People are actually messaging me at ZeroPage how to find out what games they ordered, and I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm just interviewing him. You have to talk to him.
No, yeah, I totally understand. I understand it's a pain. So yeah, that's our first goal, to have at least the e-commerce part done at the end of this year, so everybody can enter, log in, check, do other stuff there. Don't have to worry talking to us or anything. You can cancel your order, whatever you want to.
Yeah. So at the moment you're not having a major problem with people ordering your games because you're overwhelmed with orders. So having the website, having the website going.
Yes, we're in the situation where we're too small to justify hiring people. We probably should. We need help. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But we're also, not big enough to, maybe to. Better saying, we're getting bigger, and that's creating problems because we're just two of us doing everything. At the same time, we're not quite big enough to justify, hiring people to help. So it's a difficult situation, but I see possibly that changing maybe next year. This year was particularly hard. We had a lot of surprise. I don't think I need to discuss here, but I'm hopeful that next year, because sales are so promising with Atari especially, I think we're gonna be able to get more people involved with helping, especially with the shipping and assembling stuff. It's a waste of my time as a developer to do that.
Yeah, because I see you post things and you're like, your plate is full. Like, it's like stuff coming up with Opcode Games, and it's like this huge list of like, oh my goodness, you two are doing all of this stuff. That's so much work. So I can see, and you wanting to bring a person on to help you out, and I'm
guess
sure
we need to. And actually, that was the plan this year.
okay.
It didn't happen for reasons, but
Yeah.
But hopefully,
I'm sure it'll happen, especially with all the Atari games coming out. So we're gonna switch gears to the next game. Let's see what number 3 is in the order. It is Keystone Koppers. So let me switch over to the unboxing cam here.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And just a note to the person who triggered the treat ball, we will be doing that after the interview.
Cats will
Cats will get their treats.
Don't worry.
But it'll be posted.
It will happen.
Yes.
Especially with the treat ball, because that hasn't happened in a while.
No.
Thank you so much. He actually accidentally triggered it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
So, yeah. So Keystone Koppers is by MuddyVision, Lewis Hill. So I think he is still in the chat. Oh, Darryl's going to bed. That's who's leaving. Oh, we've got a question. Why were all those jingles the same as Jupiter Lander? Well, Bob is in the chat, so you'll probably have to ask him. I'm not sure if Eduardo knows. So let's show Keystone Koppers
Very
here.
nice.
Very, very nice.
Oh, those boxes are so nice.
I love the kind of purple, shiny. What do you call that color?
A purple silver, like
Purples.
Yeah, we call metallic purple, I think.
Yeah.
Metallic purple. It's gorgeous.
It's like a lavender color almost.
Because it does shine in the light.
It does. It's so nice.
And I remember you describing them early on before they were out. And you're like, it looks way better in person, believe me. And you're trying to capture the look of them.
Yeah, it's very hard to show metallic, with the picture. It's not gonna do that. So.
Yeah. So let's see what color this is.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful candy light.
Apple red, yeah.
Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll get that out of the bag.
So this is PC 8003.
Look at that.
Yep, beautiful cartridge.
Look at that.
Very beautiful, thick manual with some colorful trim on the top edge. So this is kind of like a format you're going with for all the 7800 games. It's like a template.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really, really, really nice. Yeah, very beautiful, thick paper, glossy for the manual. Everything is top-notch quality.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Oh, there's your name.
Oh, nice.
Because Tanya found bugs in this, so she gets credit.
I love
when she was beta
Koppers.
testing this.
It's a lot of fun. I like this game a lot.
Yeah. So
Hopefully better at it than Cresta.
That's a tough game.
That's a hard game.
Bob made a tough game. So let me pop this in. Oh, I love these colors.
Yeah.
Really, really distinct.
Very distinct. I love how they're all different too.
So are you going to continue on with like the limited first orders with the colors, or is this a limited time for these first games?
I cannot. No, I don't know yet. I mean,
okay.
We have to see how the new cartridge goes. But it could be an option in the future. Now, of course, I mean, one thing that I want to do in the future, if I decide to go again with those clear or colorful cartridges, make it, talk about that before people place their pre-orders, just in case someone is not too happy about having a color game. Now, if you don't mind, I mean, there's something else that I like to say.
Sure.
And it's about the developers. Now.
Oh, those developers.
I have to say this. I am not the easiest person to work with. over the years. I try to work with a number of people. Usually that never goes well.
Okay.
But those guys, oh my God, I'm very lucky because those guys, all of them are really amazing.
Oh,
never had any issues. At least
Darryl and Lewis and Bob are so great. They're such amazing people.
Amazing, easygoing people. Just fantastic to work with them. And they are also, of course, very talented. And I love their game. So yes.
Furroy asks a question: does Mr. Mello publish 2600 homebrews made by other devs? Well, yes. There's some other games coming up.
Yeah, we announced one game, that's Backline Panic.
Yep.
But we hope to have others in the future.
That's really excellent.
And we're again, because of the cartridge. At this point, I'm not, for example, actively trying to reach out to developers and offer anything.
Right.
Because we're barely, keeping up with the existing games that we have in the orders we have. But once we have our cartridges and stuff, that's the plan for sure.
Yeah, you've got enough on your plate right now.
Yes. Yeah.
So, can you talk a bit about the 5 upcoming Opcode games: Casey Munchkin, Baby Pac-Man, DK Deluxe, Astro Blaster, Astro Fighter, and your first Atari 2600 title, Pac-Line Panic, from Thomas Jentzsch. So these are available for pre-order right now.
Yes, they are. So 4 of those games are by Bob DeCrescenzo, right?
Yeah.
Astro Fighter, Astro Blaster, Casey Munchkin, and Baby Pac-Man. They're all re-released.
Yep. I'm glad you bring Baby Pac-Man because that's a crazy game. That's such an amazing game.
Yeah. We got a lot of requests actually for that one.
Yeah.
So we're glad that, Bob agreed with that. And then we have, I believe it was called before Donkey Kong PK or something.
Yep.
We called now for reasons we're calling DK.
Reasons.
Deluxe.
Yeah. Right? Just so it doesn't match any searches, let's say.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Keep low profile. Yeah, but the developer Perry, he's doing a lot of tweaks with the graphics and stuff. I believe he has someone helping him actually with those graphics. So it's a chance to actually polish the game even more, and get a definitive release or something.
That's awesome.
And then we have our first actually original game, which is, I hope, moving forward, it's going to happen more. And that's, as I mentioned, Pac-Line Panic for the Atari 2600 by Thomas. He's, I know him since 2002 or something.
Wow.
Because we had this little thing together called Zype or something. It was a group of developers.
Oh, yes, Zype. That's right.
Yeah. So you're together in that thing, and so I knew him for a long time.
Oh,
and
that's very, very cool.
Yeah, he has been very patient with us.
Yeah, it's an amazing game. 8-player Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, and it's very fun. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So for that one, we got we got as I said, we got our illustrate and evolve, and we create a new artwork, and that's kind of thing we want to do more moving forward.
Oh yeah. So these are right now planned for November. Is that fairly solid? Fairly solid? Are you confident, or 90% confident about that?
Here's what I'm gonna say about that. We're confident about the packaging, right? Mm-hmm. Now the cartridge, it's early to say, but 2 things could happen, I think.
Yeah.
One thing is, it could for some reason become clear for us, for example, that the new cartridge is not gonna be ready in time.
Right.
It's something for next year or something. In that case, I would say, okay, we're gonna go with our existing supplier and try to ship things on time.
Right.
Now, the other possibility is we could get, confident that we could have our cartridge this year at some point. Maybe not necessarily November, but I don't know, maybe December. So I guess if that's the case, I don't know. I think it might be worth waiting an extra month.
Yeah.
And because what I'm fearing is, even for example, we start shipping in November using our existing supplier to get something like happening now with this wave, where we start shipping in November, but we keep shipping through December in next year and so on.
Right.
So I don't think that helps much. I one thing that I know for sure, working with this for so long, is that it's sometimes it's better to delay stuff but have everything shipped quickly, because people hate waiting, but they hate more if someone else gets first than them. So, right?
That's for sure. 100%. Yeah, they're missing
see
out.
Someone getting first, and I have to wait an extra month, I'm gonna be very mad with that.
It's like, totally why me? Why did I lose out? Why did they get the game? Etc. Etc.
Exactly.
Yes. So, but if everybody's in the same boat, they're like, oh, it's okay. We're all in it together. We all suffer together.
You're gonna be a little mad, okay, but I don't know.
But yeah, that you are speaking the truth. That's for sure about that. Speaking of cartridges, so on August 6th, just fairly recently, a month ago, you posted, we're studying the possibility of bringing our SGM2 sound capabilities to Atari 7800 games. So can you talk a little bit more about that? Would it be an inline cart adapter that you would plug cartridges into that would contain a Pokey or another sound chip, or would it be something that would be on the cartridges themselves?
On the cartridge, yeah. It's a little known fact that I actually was part of what's called the expansion module for the 7800 long time ago with Kurt Vendel. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Yeah, I was part of that team initially. I think it was 2010 or something. So I made some contributions back in the day. Back in the day, I was very good designing programmable logic. And so I did a lot of that for the module. And also the FM chip that we had with that one, that was my contribution as well.
Oh, wow.
I learned with the Super Game module that those kind of expansion modules it involves a lot of work and possible trouble as well. So no, I don't have any plans for expansion module for the 7800, but because the 7800 has an advantage compared with the ColecoVision. The ColecoVision, the cartridge port itself is very poor in terms of the lines you have, the different data and lines you have there. So it's not easy to expand anything. 7800, it's more complete, so it's much easier to put extra RAM or whatever, sound chip or whatever. So yes, the idea is to create our own sound chip, which much more powerful than anything that we have now. It's closer to the Super Game Module 2. But the only problem is, again, I don't make 7800 games, so I would have to find one of the developers that would be on board with that.
Right. Yeah. And there's a few of them that have done separate, like, special audio chips. There's Tail Chow, Eagle as well is working on his own boards.
Cool.
So there are a few out there that you could possibly lean on for that kind of information, and maybe they'd be willing to work with you. That'd be amazing, because expanding the capabilities of any of these machines, I'm all for, to get better sound, better graphics. It's a benefit for all, because then you can make games that weren't possible before, and open up a whole new world to the next generation of arcade ports, or supporting 16-bit games that maybe couldn't be done before.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I had the chance to interview the guy who designed. Oh my God, I forgot his name. No, that's bad. I forgot his name now.
That's okay. There's so many people.
7800. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't think he's here, but anyway, great guy. I mean, I had the chance to talk to him back in the day, working on the expansion model for the 7800. But I did an interview recently, and one thing is very clear for me regarding 7800. It was clear that the goal was always to have external sound chips with that machine.
Right.
They did the design thinking about that, okay, so yeah, we don't have a great sound, and all the sound is 2600 sound. Yeah, but
right.
It's not a problem because we're gonna have our own sound chips.
Right.
And so yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I think it's always nice to have those, especially in terms of sound, to have extra sound capabilities for the 7800, because graphically it's quite a powerful machine for its time.
Oh yeah, very powerful. Can you talk about your existing Opcode club for ColecoVision and the upcoming Atari edition of the Opcode club and how it works? Because you posted a little while ago about the Atari club. It says the club offers 3 key benefits: a printed magazine featuring the latest news, releases, and exclusive interviews. Opcode Elite Challenges. Each game has Elite Challenge score. Hitting it earns you a custom medal, proudly displayed in our new game boxes, and access to exclusive club-only games, including a major title that will be revealed in the debut issue. So that's a lot to take on again with yourself. It's just crazy how much you do.
No, yeah. I mean, we have something similar for the ColecoVision that started years ago. Again, having those old school clubs that we had back in the day, like, of course, Atari Age, or
right,
the magazine, and things like that. I always love that kind of thing. I always loved magazines in general. So we thought that it would be cool, to have our own magazine, printed magazine, and send to people. And although it's not necessarily something that you need today because the internet stuff, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's kind of old school.
It's nostalgic. People love it.
Yeah.
That's why people buy boxes still, because they love the tactile of it. They love the patches, the medals that you're talking about in here. People love trying for high scores. All that stuff happened back in the day, so they want to continue the tradition.
Well, yes, and so we thought when we got into 7800 and we saw that the response was so good, we thought, you know what, we should have a club for the 7800 as well. It's it's a great platform.
Yeah.
And we announced that actually, as you just read. But the problem is, again, the club was one of the victims of this bad year. Reasons, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that we cancel, it's just that we decide to wait and see how things goes, because there is a lot of things in flux right now. It's very hard to plan anything. So we're waiting, but we still hope to offer the club. I mean, and just like you read there, to offer the magazine, to offer the medals. There is something else, so that we had those new boxes that are coming. We talked about that before, right? And they're also a victim. I mean, the design was done, it was sent to the factory, and stopped it there because that's when things changed here.
Right.
So we decide, okay, this is not the time for this, because this is a kind of extra nice thing. That can't wait. So we're still waiting.
Yeah, and maybe it's better to wait, because then you'll have more 7800 games released by then, and you'll have a bigger base of people to send the magazine out to, and more people trying for these high scores and things like that.
Oh yes, that would be fun.
Yeah, I love challenging high scores and going for patches and trying for prizes. We always do that on the show when one is offered for a game. So it's super fun.
And the medals actually was something we did for the ColecoVision Club, but not as a high score challenge. It was to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the ColecoVision, the 20th anniversary of the Opcode Games. So we did those metal coins. They look like metal. So we thought, we could maybe use something similar and do, that for the 7800s as medals.
Nice. Muddy Funster just signed off. Good night, Muddy. This game is awesome. Tanya loves this game.
I do.
Kicking ass. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Doing pretty good. So we're going to go to the next and last game of the night. And so let's switch over to this. Switch over to the... Oh, it's still on the unboxing. There we go.
Perfect.
So there you go.
Excellent.
So it's UniWarS by Bob DeCrescenzo. Move the joystick out of the way. Who always does extremely high quality games, excellent ports. We've had him on the show lots and lots of times for premieres of his games. And of course, he wins lots of awards too on the Atari Homebrew Awards. So let's take a look at UniWarS. Beautiful, shiny, metallic purple, was it?
Yeah. Lavender.
Lavender. Metallic lavender.
Yeah. That's lovely.
Even the S shines. There we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's open this up.
I love that magnetic.
Oh,
hinge.
The magnetic hinge is so smart.
Yeah.
There's the manual. And green.
Oh, nice.
Is this the same?
No, it's a yellow.
different.
It's more like yellow, I think.
Oh, it's like glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Does it actually glow in the dark?
Yeah.
No.
I bet if you put a black light to it.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll have to try that.
Yeah.
Beautiful box.
That's stunning.
Let's take a look at this cartridge. Here's the cartridge. Absolutely gorgeous. See-through. Mm-hmm. Day-glow
Bright
green.
Yellow. Yeah.
Yellow green.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's pop this in. Play some more shoot 'em up.
I must confess that I have a thing for those kind of obscure early arcade games. I love those games. I did Cresta for the ColecoVision a while back.
Nice.
And
yeah, there's so many
like
undiscovered arcade titles have been lost to time, and it's always awesome when a developer, finds them or remembers them from childhood and brings them back. And what's the one that John Champeau recently did? And it was like
the Spiders one?
Spiders.
Yeah, Spiders Arcade. Yeah.
Spiders Arcade.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody has heard of that.
No.
But he thinks it's like really common because he had an arcade nearby that had that arcade. And it's an amazing shooter. And it's like, why isn't this more famous? And so it's awesome that, Bob and other developers are bringing these somewhat obscure games to light.
I agree. I mean, I think some of those games, they translate really well for some particular consoles, right? So that's another key thing, I think, to find some games that sometimes are not as popular, but they translate really well. And so you have 4 titles released right now. You have 6 more titles coming up. Are you planning and have you talked to other developers for further 7800 or 2600 games that have not been listed on the Opcode site yet? Because there are certainly tons of published games that were now left without a home, especially from Bob DeCrescenzo. Yeah, we had discussions, yes, with the developers that we have worked so far with. I cannot talk about, I guess,
of course,
for now. But yes, we had discussions as we're looking for other developers Not at the moment, not because they're not interested, but because, as I said, I think this is not the best time to approach anyone, especially if you don't have all the whole infrastructure, ready to approach someone and say, "Oh, we'd like to do this. Like, how about 6 months from now?" Because right now we're so yeah, I think it's more appropriate to wait. But yes, absolutely, that's something that I want to do. And
so
I don't know,
come.
Maybe I could stop making ColecoVision games and just become a publisher for 7 years. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if the Coleco people will be very happy with that.
Yeah, no, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, probably when you have more of your abilities in-house to be able to make the boards and cartridges and everything's kind of settled down and you've shipped everything out that you need to ship out and you're caught up and then you can probably more confidently go, okay, now we can take more on.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
So have you ever, and I don't think you have, but I don't know your whole history, or do you plan on distributing digital versions of games you sell alongside of the physical versions? Because definitely not all distributors do this, and you know firsthand that South American distributors, especially for 2600 games, almost never do that out of fear of piracy. I had to spend many years getting the Brazilian 2600 developers comfortable with me to even get them to send me their ROMs to play on the show to debut their games. It took a lot of convincing, but they're all good with me now, which is nice. So I know you're originally from Brazil, so you know firsthand the rampant piracy that goes on there. Yeah. So has that carried over to you now, you living in the US? Do you still have that fear, or do you plan on maybe dipping into digital distribution? I don't know how it is on the ColecoVision side. But
no, honestly, in my case, it has nothing to do with that, because at this point, living here for 20 years, I don't think of myself quite a Brazilian anymore.
Right.
I also don't feel myself as American. I don't know, but
a man of the world, a world citizen.
Yeah, but you disconnect from the culture, right?
Right.
After so long, but so much time, but no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just I never distribute my ColecoVision games digital, mainly because I'm not a fan of that. I like the physical, experience. It's, I understand that maybe from a business perspective would be a good idea to do that, but right now I don't have any plans. Now, as for Atari 7800, it's up to the developers actually to decide that. I don't interfere.
Okay.
In some cases, we made some deals like, wait like a little bit, before we release the physical version, then you're free to do whatever. It's your game. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
And from my experience, even if you have piracy with homebrews, I don't think that impacts sales much, because for homebrew old system like this, I don't think a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, I got the ROM. I don't want to buy the game anymore." Usually, if you want the game, you're gonna buy the game.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, right? And if you don't want, you're not gonna buy, and it doesn't matter if you get a free ROM or not. So
yeah. I think that's very true with this community, because people have. Some people like the boxes, some people like the ROM, some people like both, so they don't have to open the box, but they still collect the box. And I think people just have whatever habit they do, they keep that habit. No matter if the binary's offered, if only the binary's offered, even for free in the Atari Age forums, people still go, "Will this be on cartridge?" And they're like begging for it to be on cartridge. Even though the whole game's completely free. So I think I think
sometimes it even helps the sales, because maybe you're not paying attention to that game until you actually play and say, oh, this is actually a great game. I want to copy this game.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Now, from the business perspective, the only problem for us, selling ROMs is that if you're doing that as a business, may sound like a contradiction, but if you're doing that as a business, then you need to have some control, especially when you're a publisher, because you have to pay the royalties and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not comfortable doing that myself. Now, for the ColecoVision, we have a solution coming, and I think we even discussed that here, right? The Super Game Module 2, and you have internet connection stuff. So that's going to be a solution for the ColecoVision. I don't know if, we may have one day something like that for the Atari 7800. But again, I mean, it's up to the developers to decide. And if they want to distribute their ROMs for free, okay, it's their game.
Right, because the Intellivision has the LTO cart where you can lock it down. And I'm guessing the SGM2 is similar to that, where it's encoded in the binary that it's particular to that SGM2. Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
So, I don't see a reason why something like that couldn't be made for the 7800. It loads off an SD card, has to do a check, and it's...
I suppose,
Yeah, but who knows what the future may bring, whether that's even worth doing or not. Because there really hasn't been an outcry for it that I've heard. Boxed 7800 games sell just fine. There's no problem there. So can you talk about the process of distributing a game from the first contact with the developer to shipping the game out the door? And if somebody comes to you with a game they'd like to have published, what steps do you need to go through? And I'm sure you've done it with... I don't know on the Coleco side whether you've taken on anybody else's games or you just do yours, but there is a precedent now, at least with Thomas Jentzsch's 2600 game, that hasn't already been published anywhere. So maybe you can step us through the process of how you discuss with the developer, making the box, making the manual. What are the steps if somebody just came to you and said, I want to distribute a game on Opcode Games?
Well, actually, I don't think that ever happened. Actually, it happened once with, believe it or not, with Intellivision. That was a long time ago. But we're not publishing for Intellivision at that time, so... I guess... I don't know, it's a hard question. That depends, because we have this thing for quality.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And with the ColecoVision, we have full control because we're not publishing games, we're just publishing our own games, my own games. Right. So I have full control of that. I mean, I know exactly what's going to be published. For other platforms like Atari, as I said, I think we're very lucky that we got the best of the best, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
So, because my only fear is if someone, reach out to us and say, oh, I have this game and I want to publish the game, and, I check the game, it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Right. I could. My goal as a publisher was never publish 100 games a year.
Right.
It was always, it might sound cliche to say that, but it was always indeed about quality, And I'm proud of the games we have so far. I think they were all great. It's a very hard question. I mean,
great lineup of the 10 so far.
Approach us, do not contact us, but just please keep in mind that it could happen. I mean, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So it's a case by case basis, and you're gonna be evaluating whether the game fits in with the games you already have in terms of quality, in terms of gameplay, in terms of depth of gameplay, because you definitely want something that people are going to buy, they're going to be super happy with. They're not going to want to get their money back, or it's like, oh, the game's buggy or it doesn't play well. So you have to be quite selective with the games, and the games you have.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily about content in the sense that, oh, you need to get something that's state of art, 512K of memory. It's a huge game.
Yeah.
Never before seen. I think it has to be polished. That's for sure.
Yep.
So even a simple game like PC Munchkin, that it's Bob, all his games are very polished. So for me, it's a great game. It's worth offering.
Yeah, and to that point, like Packline Panic is a 4K game. It's a small game, but it's beautiful. It plays well. Yeah. You can play 8 players, which is a huge thing for a 2600 game. Any old school game. Like, when's the first console that you could play 8 players at once? It's like way in the future. So it doesn't matter, if it's a super advanced game, like you said, with sound and graphics. It's about the gameplay, the quality of what was put into the game. That's number one. Yeah. And that's what I do for choosing to play games on my show as well. It's like, well, we have to be able to play it for a couple minutes, and it has to be fun, and it has to spark people's interest and make them want to download it, and in your case make them want to buy it. Yeah Well, not just that. I mean, I guess because I had 20 years with Opcode, just me doing the games, and everything that I release, at least for me, it's a good work. So I don't know. I like people to think of us as a company they trust to buy games. Yeah.
At least the game's gonna be well made and things like that.
Well, yeah. Now that you're in the realm of publishing 7800 games, people can hold you in the same regard as buying a game from Atari Age or Audacity Games or Champ Games. When you buy a game from one of these distributors and publishers, you're going to get a good game. They recognize good games, they publish and distribute great games. So I agree. I think in the Atari space we have great publishers. Right? As you said, Champ Games, they're amazing. No question about that. Audacity. What are you gonna say about them? Right? Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we need to be at least try to be the same. Right?
Yes. The Atari community is very, very lucky to have amazing developers and amazing distributors that really care about what they do. And you included now in this. It's awesome to have you as another distributor for especially 7800 games, which don't really have a home for. Now there's Atari Age and you, so it's great to have the availability of 7800 publishers.
We're actually very, very happy so far.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for a long time. Over 20 years. You're coming up on your 25th anniversary of putting out games on cartridge. So how have you seen the homebrew community evolve over the past 20 years or so? And where would you like to see it head?
Well, it's no question they evolved a lot. I mean, as I said, when I started, I'm very proud that probably I was the very first one to get a Atari era game release box set with everything professionally printed and stuff, which was very unusual. But now it's a norm. Like people just expect that. So I guess the point here is, because we think about that a lot. We are now, most of us, probably in our 50s. You're probably younger, but
I'm in my 50s.
50s, sometimes 60s.
Yeah.
And that's from, if you think, for example, from a business perspective, it might be a problem. Soon, right?
Soon. Yeah, it will be. Less people buying them.
So one thing that I usually think about is how, or if it would be possible to get new blood into, and I think that's also nice, even, nothing to do with business. It would also be nice because I personally love Atari era gaming. That was my formative years, of gaming. And I would love to see, a new generation get into, the hobby that I love so much. That would just be nice. So I sometimes think about that. If there is any initiatives that we could make, or maybe, I don't know, if a bigger company like Atari itself could do something that could attract us newer people to, take a look at this generation and say, oh, actually, those games are actually pretty fun. And I think that's what I don't know if we're going there, but at least that's what I wish would go, to have that kind of thing, some way, somehow, attract those newer players.
Yeah, and I think
to our hobby.
And I think Atari might be the key to that because they have the name and the power and the money to be. I'm sure they're thinking about this because they're just like us here. Their audience is aging out in terms of Atari, like the 2600 plus and 7800 plus. Their install base. They definitely would want to reach a younger audience. So if they can make these games accessible. They are a lot of these games pick up and play. They're very simple, approachable games, like cell phone games, which are massive. So if they can market them in a way that cell phone games are marketed, where it's easy to just start playing them, and maybe a handheld like the one they're going to be releasing soon, the Game Station Go, something like that, where they can. Yeah. And they've been very good about taking on homebrews as well, so they're integrating homebrews into their ecosystem. So they may hold the key to this. Maybe they can help out, which they are doing, by giving huge exposure to homebrew games, to people like Bob DeCrescenzo's games. They put out a bunch of his. So I'm with you. I'm always thinking about that as well. It's like, okay, what is the future of this? What is the future of new games for these old consoles? And being able to plug into modern televisions, or making them on the go. I don't know if cell phones are something that can be incorporated into that. I'm not sure. There've been attempts at making an ecosystem to play these games and homebrew on your phone, but I'm hopeful for the future because it seems to be getting bigger, and better in terms of quality of games as well.
I agree 100% with you. I think maybe Atari would be the key for this, because when you look past Atari era, like Nintendo, for example, today the retro gaming culture regarding Nintendo is very strong. And I believe part of the reason behind that is not just because a lot of people play those games when they're kids, because we also had a lot of kids playing Atari when they're kids, but because Nintendo is so good selling that, promoting that kind of the culture thing.
Oh yeah,
nostalgia, whatever.
They're the kings. So the kings of it. Yes.
Oh yes. So I think you need something like that, I guess.
Yeah, and maybe Atari can rise up to that level, slowly building. Because, they're leaning on the nostalgia right now, but they're, crossing over a bit. They've got lots of new IP. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Right now it's great, and it's doing well, and it's building.
Yeah.
So let's hope for the future. We'll see what happens, I guess. Fun. Yeah, we're having fun on the way. We're playing games, we're making games, we're releasing games. It's all good.
Yeah.
So one last question before we let you go.
Sure.
And you can add stuff that you want to say as well. I know in August you said you may attend PRG because I know you have a lot on your plate. You've been doing a lot. Any updates on whether you will have a booth at PRGE this year, especially with all the new 7800 releases? People will definitely want to buy those. So what's the prognosis on you being there? Maybe still a yes, a no?
No, there was a very hard decision I had to make, but we paid for the booth space, but we had to cancel just because again we have too much on our plate.
Yeah,
we are behind scheduling in several fronts, and also because of all the extra investment we making this year.
Yeah.
So we decide maybe this year is not the best time to go. We attend like 2024, I think.
Yeah.
You're there, right?
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I
always
had a great
fun.
time.
So much fun.
Yeah. So I wish, but no, we decide not this year not to go. We decide to stay focused and get things done and completed.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort to get all your stuff together, to go there.
Exactly. It's not just the weekend. It's exactly.
Yeah.
This requires a lot of preparation.
Oh yeah, like we set up with Atari. We help set up Atari Age each year, and it's so. I mean, they have a huge booth.
Mm-hmm.
And crew volunteers.
And a lot of and volunteers, right, to help them set up. But just setting up a smaller booth with just the you two, bringing all of the boxes, all the maybe monitors and consoles to play the games on. It is a huge effort. So I completely understand, and you want to focus on getting the people their games at this moment. That's the number one.
I mean, that's priority number one. Exactly.
Yeah. And you having a booth with games, selling those games to people when other people have ordered games, I can understand the optics. The optics would be bad, so I understand that you would not want to do that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's tough. So that's unfortunate, and we're gonna miss you not being there, but we'll shoot for 2026, right?
Exactly. Hopefully next year things gonna be
all good.
It's gonna be better. Yeah.
And you'll have a big stack of 7800 and 2600 games to sell.
That's true. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I've run out of questions. Anything you'd like to add before we let you go that we didn't cover?
No, it's one last thing. I mean, it just made me think about that because we're saying that we have a lot of fun, doing what we do, and I was thinking about that the other day. I mean, if I could go back in time and tell my 13-year-old self that one day I would be doing this for life. I mean, it's
me too.
I would not believe that. I would say, not sure.
Me too. I've talked with so many people in the industry, met so many people. I don't know, my younger self in the early 80s, telling him that you'll be talking with David Crane and debuting his games on your streaming show, and I'd be going, what's streaming? But but I wouldn't believe myself that I'd be talking with like all the major players of the Atari world, and talking to people like yourself who are keeping this hobby, this life, breathing life into these systems still, and making the magic happen. I would never have believed it, but it's people like you that keep it going, and it's absolutely amazing. And thank you for being a huge part of this, and bringing back all these amazing 7800 games in the box so that people can enjoy them who missed out on them.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but it's also lots of fun.
It is lots of fun. It is a lot of hard work. Yeah, this is pretty much what I do full time. Answering emails and arranging things and playing games and testing games, but it's so much fun, as you can attest, and everybody watching on Twitch and YouTube, they all know why we do this, because it's absolutely amazing fun. And that's what it's supposed to be. Games are supposed to be fun. So thank you so much, Eduardo, for joining us today. And
well, thank you for inviting me. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. And we won't see you at PRG, but we'll definitely see you the next year, and we'll see you online, and keep doing what you're doing. And thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Say hi to your wife.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Excellent. Lots of fun. Did you have fun playing?
So much
of course.
fun. All those games are iconic. Iconic games. I love it. I love it. I just play games for
While I talk and wear out my voice.
2 hours straight of playing video games. It's rare to get that much time.
Delayed treat bar football.
Yes, we have a delayed treat ball.
Yes, we do.
Treat balls.
Treat balls, kiddies.
Who wants some treats?
Let's get out the boxes and the ball.
There's the
I know it was
balls.
accidental, but we are going to do treat
Yes,
ball
of
now.
course. These cats.
These cats have been very good and very
He's
patient.
like, this will be my side.
So let's switch over.
How many do we give them usually? It's been a while since I've done this.
10?
Do we do 10? Or is it 5?
5, I think.
It's 5.
Because 10's way too many.
I'm like, when was the last time I did treat ball? Probably
So let me start up the betting. And if you are new here, which there might be some new people, is you bet on the cats to see which cat eats the treats out of the treat ball first. Where is the treat ball? Oh my God!
What
This
is
has gone
going
off
on?
the screen. There's too many bell ringings and not enough treat balls.
What?
I'm going to have to. That's okay. Atari.
We'll figure it out.
Treat ball. Over under. There we go. Start the prediction.
Who's gonna win?
So we've got 2 cats. We've got a Sid in the black and white trunks.
Yes.
And we've got an Atari off to the side in the gray trunks. And we've got 2 balls.
Yes.
So if you click on predict at the top of the screen, you get to choose which cat and by how much they will lead.
By how much?
We have to do this because I messed up.
What do you mean? Like, we're counting?
Yeah.
Oh,
We can
because
count.
there's no Sid versus Atari.
No, it went too many people doing bell ringing and not enough that, so I had to just use kind of the bell ringing.
Oh,
And I just
okay.
renamed
See,
it.
I've been out of it for a while. Obviously, I haven't done this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just pick Sid 1 and 2 and Atari 1 and 2 for the winner. Doesn't, yeah, so just pick those 2. So if you want Sid to win, just pick Sid 1 and 2. If you want Atari to win, pick Atari 1
That
and
works.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally it's just one or the other, but
Yeah.
it went off the screen.
It
So we can put
disappeared.
these away now.
Oh, good. That hurts my ear. There we go.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I've got treats.
So you've got 48 seconds. Just click predict and pick your cat, Sid 1 and 2 or Atari 1 and 2, and they're going to bat around the balls. And we're going to count and see which one empties their ball first. They've got 5
Sid
treats
or Atari.
in each. ChatGPT, write me a treat ball betting website.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right.
See how quickly we can get that set up.
Ooh, it's even neck and neck. Sid
it
1 and 2.
is.
20.
Oh, someone said
no.
Atari 3 Plus. That's okay. They're on the Atari side.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, they won't win. That's okay.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
figure
I
it out.
know it's coming. It's coming soon.
Yes.
Let's get up the betting one. So let's see. There's the numbers. Maybe we can do it by numbers then. Oh no, I can't really change it halfway through.
No, we'll
We'll just keep it Sid 1 and 2, Atari 1 and 2.
yeah.
Great talk with Eduardo.
Can you have 3 and 4 win if that happens? Is there a setting for
No.
that? No.
It's
Okay.
just one. One outcome. Okay, the betting is closed. So let's start it. Oh, Atari's wandering off.
Yeah.
Okay, cats, get in your boxes. Shake the balls up. Turn it
There's
upside
one.
down.
Oh, no, hold it. It's the right way up now. No, what are you doing?
You have to drop it like this. Because
Upside down?
otherwise they come out when you drop it.
Oh,
Right?
true. That's a good point.
They have to bat them out. You don't want to
Okay.
help them.
Are you ready?
Are you ready, cats?
Sid, pick a side.
He's over here. Come on.
Sid. There we go.
Ready?
Ready, set, Go!
Go Cats.
Atari's got one. Sid's got one.
Okay. He's got another one out, but he's not eating it yet. So we count it when they get it in their mouth.
Atari's got two. And
Okay.
he's running away with it. Good job,
Oh,
Atari.
silly cat. So Atari's in the lead, but Sid's got an extra one out. Does he find it?
Yeah,
He's found
he found
it.
his extra one.
Oh, and he's batted another one out. So he's primed. He's
Oh.
ready for a third. He's got the third one in his mouth. Atari's back at the ball. Oh, he's got two out. Did he eat them both at the same time?
No, he's got one. He's eating
Okay.
one.
It's neck and neck. Sid's got two still in the ball. And he's close to getting it out. Oh, he's got another one out, but he's not eating it yet. Atari's looking for his. He's found
Atari's
his.
got his fourth one.
It's close.
Oh, no, that's it for Atari.
Oh my God. Okay, Atari wins.
Yeah, 5 for
He's
Atari.
still got two in there.
Does he?
Yep. He's still trying to get the two out.
Oh, never mind.
Oh
Now
my
it's 5
God.
for
Bad
Atari.
counting. Bad. He
Well,
still
I
wins.
think it was in the side there. I think it got knocked out.
Judges.
Yes.
He still won anyway.
He won. He won.
He won.
We're all good.
5-3.
This is why it's usually all or nothing. But there you
Yeah,
go.
because it's too hard
Yeah.
to
5 to
count
3.
them. There we go. The
And
final
Atari's
score
still going, thinking
is
there's a sixth one in
5-3.
there.
Congratulations, Atari. Good job.
Proud7 says yes, it was up against the side. I couldn't see it from my angle here.
You guys have a better view than we
But
do of this side.
he did reach 5 first, so.
Okay, good job. So let's
Good
see
kitties.
who bet on the gray cat.
The gray cat. No, there's none left.
Give them some treats. Give them some extras.
There's none left, babies.
I'll do this.
You want a couple extras?
Atari wins, and who bet on the Atari? Oh,
Sorry.
don't put that there. Gamma Dev and Prow7.
No, I just put it there for a second.
With a ratio of 2-1.
Very nice.
Pretty good. Doubled your money.
Very good.
Congratulations, Gamma Dev and
Congrats.
Prow7. It was almost.
Yeah, it was very close.
Very close.
Yeah, he almost had 3.
So, an upcoming show that we had is with Carlos Centenos,
Oh, nice. Yes.
Raymond C.
Yes.
Now, I had a contest. Let's show this on the screen here. That people had to guess what
the game was.
Because I kept the game a secret.
Yes.
And we also kept the guest, the extra special guest that we were going to interview with the world premiere of the game a secret, because that would have given away what the game was, because it's the original developer of the game back in the 80s. So the first hint, which I think we did last show, maybe, somebody got it today. The first hint was it's a port of a non-arcade game from the 80s that has never been released for any Atari console or computer. Obviously, that's a very hard hint because there's a billion games. But it narrowed it down a bit because it wasn't an arcade port,
Nice.
but it's never been on any Atari. So it's a brand new game for all Ataris. Nobody got that. So 2 days later, I posted, this game has never been ported to a console before. No consoles, only computers. And was originally released for the Apple II. And I looked at the list of Apple II games. Oh my God, there's just any of the computers back in the 80s, just endless lists of games. Just super long lists. But, you know, originally released on the Atari, on the Apple II, narrowed it down a bit. But it's still tough. So that was released 2 days ago. Yeah, a ton of Apple II games. And somebody guessed it. Oh, you already saw it, but...
You had it at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. Today, Pomboud Day?
Pomboud?
Pomboud?
Pombite?
If it's French. Guessed Dino Eggs 10 hours ago.
Nice.
So today, And congratulations, Palms Bude. Palm Bud. You are the winner. The secret new Atari 2600 game is Dino Eggs.
Yeah.
And this is not a photo of the exact prize because it's not quite made yet.
Nope,
because people
I'm
guessed
working
it
on it.
really quick.
Yes.
But this is approximately what it's going to look like.
You get your own little dino egg. So
You
there
get
you
your
go.
own dino egg.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll hatch if you treat it nicely.
Yeah,
You can
who
get your own
knows?
dinosaur.
Yeah.
But Tanya's making the dino egg, and so far the test egg looks very nice.
Yes.
So you've got some ideas for the full egg.
Oh yeah.
So you can see the suspension of the bubbles, or I don't know what that stuff is.
I'm not sure what that is in that one.
Yeah.
It could be glitter, but I think it's just bubbles.
So the one that we're giving away has the dino suspended in the egg, has a light
has
below
a little
it.
light below it. So yeah.
I don't know if we'll be doing all this fanciness.
We'll
but
see what fanciness I can pull
Yeah,
off.
because you have a bit of time. You don't have to send it out.
Yeah, we'll send it
So
out.
I'll be in contact with Palm Bud to get your information so I can ship your prize. Congratulations. So yes, on September 27th,
Yeah.
on a Friday it looks like, because it's at noon, we're going to be having an exclusive world premiere of Raymond C's Dino Eggs.
That's awesome.
And an
Excited.
interview with him, and also a special guest, the original developer of Dino Eggs for the
Nice.
Apple II.
Nice.
I played this game on the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
I had no instructions, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Because it's not
It's
like
one of those.
you have to know a little tiny bit.
Well,
to
what
understand.
you have to know what the intent is, right? A lot of the time.
You do have to know the intent.
What your goal is. Yeah.
It never came out for the Atari. Came out for
Wow.
the C64
Obviously,
and
it's-
Apple II.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
PC game. Well, not PC,
it's
but
so fun, so
computer
much
game.
fun. It's an
Yeah.
amazing conversion for the 2600.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a beta tester for it. It's been so much fun beta testing it. Tanya's played a bit of
a
it
little
too.
bit. Yeah.
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 So yeah, congratulations, and so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Towards the end of the month, it's going to be a ton of fun. You're going to want to play this game.
Yes.
Gamma Dev says, familiar with Dino Eggs, and would have sworn it was for the Atari 8-bit, but Moby Games says no. I saw ads for it for the ColecoVision, but I guess it was victim of the crash. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of lost games.
I know, crazy that we're in development and then just never
North
happened.
American crash.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like gone because they didn't keep any of it. Yeah. Gamma Dev's already thinking about how could you do that? It's like, oh, yeah. The foot is mighty. The foot is very mighty.
Yes.
And it's like, whoa, for a 2600, it's like,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond C. diverting from maze and space shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people guessed. Let's take a look at all the guesses here. So I recorded all the guesses up until the proper guess.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
So,
lots of guesses.
Tons and tons of guesses. I recorded which system. So before the Apple II was a hint, people were guessing a lot of Intellivision
Ah,
games.
interesting.
Yeah. And somebody guessed Oregon Trail, which I thought was originally for the Apple II.
Yeah.
But it was made for a like a massive computer in 1971.
Really?
Yes, it
That
was
is cool.
It was text-based to begin with.
Yes, yeah. Well, it is
So,
pretty much text-based.
Old game.
Yeah.
And some of these I'd love to see on the 2600.
It's neat when sorry, yawning here. It's neat when people come up with the what game could it be, and you go, oh, that
would be great.
a good game.
And I was like, oh, somebody's close. With Crisis Mountain.
Oh, really?
That was the first game of the person who developed it for the Apple II. That came before Dino Eggs.
Oh,
That was
really?
his first published game.
Oh, so that's a
So I
very
was like,
good
oh
guess.
my God, somebody is really close.
Very good guess.
Yeah. So looking forward to playing that.
Yeah.
27th is a Saturday?
September 7th? No.
Oh, 29th. Sorry. It's a
27th?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, Tuesday.
Did I
There you
say
go.
27th?
It
That's
says
right.
27th there. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
That needs an edit.
let's edit that right
Gamma
now.
Dev, the 29th or the 27th? Are we celebrating your birthday on the 29th?
There we go. September 29th.
There we go.
Because that is...
27th. Okay, well then you get a Saturday birthday, which is the
Yeah.
best day to have a birthday in my opinion. So
Well, it's not even the 29th. What?
what are you doing?
Yeah, what date
Chaos.
is
What chaos is going on here?
it? Oh, no, it is actually the 27th.
It is on the Saturday.
It is on the Saturday.
Okay, so Gamut, if we do get to do a stream on
your birthday. What a great birthday present. I already corrected it, and it was like, I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
It threw me off because sometimes I have to schedule things on Saturdays.
Yes, which
Very
is fair.
rare.
Yeah.
But developers sometimes can't do certain days or certain hours. Yeah. So that's a happy birthday for Gamma Dev there. Yeah, like I said at the top of the show, we have so many big shows coming up. On Friday, we're going to have the exclusive world premiere of Bell of the Dragon. On next Tuesday, we have the exclusive final version of Wings of Death for the Jaguar, plus an interview with Carl Forehand from Songbird, so I can ask him some developer questions. We're doing a string of developers, actually.
So you can talk a little bit about how they make their cartridges
Yeah,
and get their games out, right?
Yeah, because we have
That's cool.
Talked with John Champeau. We just talked with Opcode Games. We're going to talk with Songbird. We're going to talk with Atari Age, Al, and we're going to be talking with Audacity Games as well. So we're going to cover the gamut of all the developers, or a lot of the developers anyway. And then after that, Atari Age Day 1 and 2, and that's on a Saturday and Sunday, so special days for that. The first day is at noon on Saturday, Pacific time. Second one's at 3 p.m. on Sunday, so we can offset and get all the developers. And then on the 27th, another Saturday, exclusive world premiere of Dino Eggs. I can finally say it. It's a relief. Special guest, David H. Schroeder, who's actually on Atari Age. There he is.
Nice.
And I've linked him. And then the one after, Cosmic Hero 2 for the Atari 8-bit. Exclusive world premiere of that. Then the spotlight on Albert Iruso plus PRG 2025 releases sneak peek.
Awesome.
And then we're off to PRG 2025 for Day 0. Setup. Day 1, Atari Age new releases and works in progress. Day 2, floor tour. Talking with developers and people on the floor as well. And Day 3, developer interviews. And we have some stickers, some new stickers to give away. Well, we are at PRGE. And these are shiny as well. Check out these stickers. Look at those. ZPH shiny,
They're so
shiny.
sparkly.
Oh, so shiny. Oh. Backwards to me. Okay, got that one right. Got that one right. There we go.
Yay.
Shiny.
Bessie.
Yep. There you go. You get 2 free.
Yay.
So I'll be handing those out. Just come up to me at PRGE and I will give you stickers and maybe other things.
They're so cute.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
They're super cute, super tiny. ZPH,
Yeah.
ZPH.
Woo.
Look at them all on the screen. And we have lots of other stuff that is not scheduled yet. So, but we'll have Rescue from Poseidon's Gate, exclusive world premiere. This is David Crane's new game. We'll also be talking with Dan Kitchen and Gary Kitchen that make up Audacity Games. Don't know when that's going to be. Probably this year, but we will see when the date gets closer. We'll know more. I think that's about it for today. So thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun.
We had
It's
a
always
good time.
great.
Got to
Cats are
play a
going crazy.
lot of games.
Lots
The
of
cats
games.
got their treats. We
Yes.
got some absolutely gorgeous cartridges to play off of.
Let's take
These are stunning. So you have to show them all
Yes.
together.
Oh, yes.
They're like a set.
Yes,
They're
they
beautiful. They're absolutely
cat
beautiful.
cam.
The last shot of these beautiful Opcode games. So I just, Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Front first. Then we'll show the colors.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Take a look at these colors.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
how nice. How nice. Anyway, just had to
Beautiful.
point those out again. Absolutely
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Opcode Games
They
does
do not
great
cut
work.
any corners when it comes
Oh my
to
God.
their carts and their packaging.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous, yeah.
So
All
we're
right.
done. We're done for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching live or on YouTube if you're still watching, and thank you in the chat, Steve Ramirez.
Yes.
Dan Locke 84, Chow Stony Mao, Vitoko, Gamma Dev, Mark Zilla,
Prow 7.
Vitoko,
A
Muddy Funster,
Philmeyer.
Congratulations on the new release of your game.
Huge ass.
Feroy. Darryl 1970, congratulations on your release of your game, re-release of Popeye.
Yep.
It's Kev. Carl G.
Who else we got? Pac-Man Plus.
Pac-Man Plus. Congratulations on your 2 releases.
Yeah. Ivory Tower, ITC.
ITC.
Hanging out.
Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some more work on my Luma code, Atari 2600. I've got all the pieces now.
Oh, he's been cursing over his soldering iron, yeah.
But I made it through.
The dining table.
And I also fixed up my 5200 trackball.
Yes.
It's all fixed now. It's all perfect.
Yay.
So happy about that. Got the pieces.
Yeah.
Who else is in the chat?
We've got most people.
Dave M. Mr. Atari.
Nice.
And everybody else
Yay.
who is lurking.
And
Red
Ghost. Hey.
Oh, thank you so much. We love doing these. Oh, these are our shirts. half of each of our shirts.
There we go.
Oh, there's a cat in here. Let's go back to cat cam. There we go. Look at that little floofy. You lost. You're going to have to make up for it next show.
Yes.
And win.
Yep.
So we will see you on... Is it Friday? Now it's all crazy.
Friday.
It is Friday with Darcy.
Yes.
With at least 1 exclusive world premiere. There may be more.
Nice.
We'll see.
Nice.
There might be 2.
There's a lot coming out now. It was a quiet summer,
Oh
but
my
there's
God.
tons. You were
The
like,
summer
we need
was-
games to play this
It
summer.
was so empty.
And then they all started rolling out in September.
And I'm like,
yeah.
we're booked. We're booked for 2 months now.
That's
like
good.
solid for 2 months
good.
of. We have a couple shows where it's empty, but we are booked with stuff,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Which is really exciting.
Keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But thanks for hanging out, and we will see you at the latest on Friday for an early show with Darcy. So we'll see you then.
All right.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good
night.
night.
Have a great week. Bye bye.